The third Sunday of Easter always brings us back to that dusty road between Jerusalem and Emmaus, where two disciples walk with heavy steps and even heavier hearts. They are grieving the death of Jesus and the collapse of the future they thought was being built for them with him. The world has fallen apart, and they are trying to make sense of it as they travel the dusty road. It is at this moment that the risen Christ chooses this road and these two ordinary disciples for one of the most intimate encounters of the resurrection story. Christ's first appearance is not to the powerful or the influential. He does not wait for his followers. Instead, he meets them in their everyday situations, in grief, in confusion, in disappointment. He meets them exactly where they are. And at first, like Mary at the tomb, they don't recognize him. It's not a failure on their part. It's simply how God often works. Resurrection rarely announces itself with trumpets. More often, it arrives quietly, disguised as a stranger who walks beside us, asking gentle questions, inviting us to talk about our sorrows. What things? Jesus asked, as if he didn't know. Of course he does. He simply wants them to express their grief aloud. And there's something healing about talking about what hurts us. Something releasing about saying, we had hoped. Those three words are the words of anyone who has watched a dream die, a relationship fracture, a future dissolved. We had hoped is the language of heartbreak. And Jesus meets them right there. He listens, he teaches, he opens the scriptures to them, but they still do not see him. And recognition only comes later at the table in the breaking of bread. It is as if Jesus is saying, you will know me most clearly in communion, in shared meals, shared stories, shared lives. This is the heart of the Emmaus story. Christ is made known in the breaking of the bread, not just the Eucharistic bread, but also the bread of ordinary life, the bread of companionship, of hospitality, of welcoming. The bread we break when we choose to stay present with one another, even when the world seems confusing and uncertain. Peter, in our reading from Acts, speaks to a crowd whose hearts are cut by the truth of the resurrection, and they ask, what should we do? And Peter's answer is simple. Open your life. Turn toward God. Receive the Spirit. Resurrection is not just something God did once. It's something God continues to do. A power that reshapes lives, reorders priorities, and reorients societies. And in the epistle, 1 Peter reminds us that this new life is grounded in love. Love one another deeply from the heart, not shallow affection, not polite tolerance, but deep, abiding, resilient love. The kind of love that sees Christ in the stranger on the road, the kind of love that opens the table to all who come, the kind of love that believes that transformation is possible even when hope seems weak. A pattern emerges that we realize the resurrection is not just an event, it's a relationship. It's not just an escape from the world, it's God's presence within it. It's a slow unveiling, a gradual recognition, a dawning awareness that Christ has been walking along beside us all along. And perhaps that is our invitation this Easter season, to look again at the roads that we walk, our daily routines, our conversations, our disappointments, and ask, where might Christ already be present, yet unrecognized? Who are the strangers who carry wisdom we have not yet heard? What tables are waiting to become holy places of revelation? The Emmaus story ends with the disciples running back to Jerusalem, hearts of fire, feet pounding, eager to share the news. That road that began in despair becomes a road with a mission. The journey that started with, we had hoped, ends with, the Lord has risen indeed. And this is the Easter story. God takes our broken heart and transforms them, not by erasing the past, but by walking with us into a new future. Christ meets us each on our own road, stays with us at the table, and sends us out with a renewed purpose. So may our eyes be open, may our hearts burn within us, and may we recognize Christ in the breaking of the bread. Amen.